All right, we're here with Sahith Theegala for the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Welcome to town.
Thank you, Chris.
Right before we
Happy to be
just
here.
came in here, Jayson Tatum was out in the hallway.
Yes.
And you said, I choked.
I choked. I probably sound like the biggest fanboy. I wasn't myself. I was supposed to play with him in the prom today. We were supposed to tee off in like 15 minutes, but our round got canceled because of the weather, which I'm super bummed about. I love basketball, and I just wanted to ask him about Kobe. I'm like the biggest Kobe guy, and I know there's probably nobody in the NBA that, is more Kobe guy than Tatum. So I just wanted to ask him about that.
So what happened when you went up to him?
I wasn't ready to speak to him, is the thing. He was sitting at a table with Tony. He was sitting with two other people, and I feel like usually I'm pretty good with kind of introducing myself, all that stuff, right? And I got there, and I didn't even introduce myself to the two people sitting next to him. I'm like, hey, I'm Sahith, and he's like, yeah, I know who you are. I'm like, really? Yeah, basically, we just talked about some golf stuff. Like, I wanted to ask about basketball, and I was looking forward to talking to him and just seeing how good he is, too.
Yeah.
I found out I was playing with him yesterday. I looked at his swing. I was like, dang, he's got a pretty nice swing.
Pretty good.
But he was just telling me that this is his first pro-am. He played 7 holes with Rom. He said he was super, super nervous, which made me feel better because I was nervous just talking to the guy. Didn't even get to hit a shot or.
You're just like us, right? You come around these athletes, and
No.
It's like, wow, man, this is great.
Yeah, I was like, I would not want to be on a basketball court with him. I would
He's huge, isn't he?
crap myself. Yes, he's
Yeah.
big.
Big,
Yeah.
muscular
and,
guy, too.
Ripped.
Yes.
I feel like they all look smaller on TV, and then I see him, I'm like, oh, because I feel like I'm a pretty tall guy.
You are a tall guy. So did you hoop?
I played basketball when I was really young. It was kind of
Yep.
like my first sport love before golf, for sure.
Well, because everybody saw, look, if everybody's watching the Netflix show, they saw the garage, right?
Yeah.
And they saw all the holes in it, and they saw,
Yeah.
so, I mean, you were playing golf early.
I was playing golf early, so when I was young, growing up in an apartment, my parents set up this little plastic hoop when I was 2 years old. There's home videos of me trying to dunk the ball and doing all kinds of stupid stuff on the basketball hoop.
But by high school, you weren't playing at all.
I was playing, but not on a team or anything.
Right.
I feel like I could have played high school basketball, but I'm pretty clumsy, and I was like, I think I'm pretty good at golf, so I need to not injure myself. So that's why I stopped playing basketball. But I played intramural in college, played some fraternity tournaments, and we took some names.
Yep.
Some names.
What kind of impact has that Netflix show had for you since it's been? Because obviously,
Yeah.
you come, look, they show it on the show, but like you blew up at the Waste Management, and
Yeah.
everybody's watching. You become a name. Now, when you're in a huge tournament like that, it's like Super Bowl weekend. Everybody's watching that stuff, and then the show comes out and chronicles all of it. I can imagine that that's probably had a profound impact. People that aren't even golf fans now have an awareness of you.
Yeah, which is like, I'm just so grateful for it. The timing of everything that happened just almost seemed fake to me. Like, I was having a nice year before that, but I just got my tour car. I was a rookie. Like, I would have been happy just to keep my card, but I played the best golf of my life those first 2 rounds at Waste Management. All of a sudden, I was thrown in with all these big names. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, I did not envision that for myself, but yeah, I'm just super grateful. I've kind of just kept it rolling from there. And honestly, it's given me more motivation to kind of work even harder and push myself even more. It's like, dang, all these people are rooting for me, and it's just the coolest thing ever. Would have never imagined it, and I think it's had a really good impact on my game too.
Really?
Like I said, I feel like I'm working harder, and I've always felt like I'm playing for more than myself with my family and friends and the people that have got me to the tour. But now it's like, man, it feels good to have like such a big support system and people just rooting for me, which is sweet. It's pushing me to try and get that first one even more and just try and get better every day. But like you said, I've had people who have said that they're not even into golf. They don't even watch golf. They don't care about golf, but they watch the Netflix show, and they'll come up to me and just be like, "Man, your family's the best. Like, you did such a great job." I'm just humbled by it all. For sure.
And I think probably a lot connect with the father-son relationship, right?
Yeah. My dad's the GOAT. He hasn't been out in a while. He's coming here Friday, so I'm excited to see him. And I haven't seen my mom in a while either. So, yeah, family is obviously really important to me, and they did a really good job of conveying that, I think.
second time around here at this course. What do you remember about last year, and kind of what are you thinking about most going into this year?
Yeah, I just, I love sports. Just love sports. Crazy about all sports. And even as a kid, I would get goosebumps watching playoff sports. And for some reason, I didn't know if golf kind of had that same feel. Like, I didn't know if playoffs would really work as well for golf. Even though watching the FedEx playoffs as a kid, I was like, oh, this is sick. But last year, I got a good taste of that. I got to the playoffs last year, and it was a whole different vibe. I mean, guys are just grinding that little extra bit harder. You know it means more. You've played such a long season just for it to culminate in these 3 events. So there's definitely a heightened sense of, all right, I got to just sack up here. And I loved that feeling last year, and I've already gotten a little bit of the same feeling this year. I had a really good event last year. I came in 13th. Thought this course fits me great. It's really tricky around the greens, which I feel like is the best part of my game. I just need to keep my driver in play, and I'm feeling good. So I have good vibes here, and it's a tough course, though. It's a tough course.
Just the way the guys interact and walking around, you say it feels different. Is it like major? Or different than a major? All right,
it's different than a major, because in a major you have 156 guys. There's a lot of guys that qualified their way in, whether it be one or 2 good weeks. But with the playoffs being 70 now, and just everybody that you see has had a great year. So it just feels a little bit. It feels just as intense as a major, like a weekend at a major, but it's definitely a different vibe to it, because I feel like in a major, it's just that 1 week. You're trying to, come top 10. You're trying to win. You're trying to be in position for the weekend. But here, it's like you're just trying to survive in advance and put yourself in position for the Tour Championship. So it is a little bit of a different vibe, knowing that your season is literally over if you don't get to the next one.
Well, good luck this week, and I hope when you walk out of here that you get to run into Tatum again and make up for it. I'm sorry you're not getting to play with him, but maybe you could just say, hey, man, I know that was weird at first, but I'm just a huge fan.
He was so nice, though. Like, I could tell he knew it was awkward, and I was awkward. Like, I could tell, right? He was standing up kind of looking outside, but I don't think I can rectify that till I play with him. So I did tell him he needs to play in more of these pro-ams, because he said this is his first one, so I was like, man, you got to play in more pro-ams and maybe we can play again. So he might have been a little disappointed anyway after playing with John first 7 holes. Maybe it was a good thing. Maybe it was a good thing I didn't play with him.
Sahith Theegala, thanks, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks,
you coming
good
by.
man.
All right, we will be back after this.